She lies about her past. She lies about her plastic surgery. She schemes with her husband, Austin, to scam their subscribers. She is Catherine Pays, and she is no innocent housewife at all. She is the second half of the Ace family, and she has as much power as Austin does. She's also responsible for their scams, and she needs to be held accountable for some of the things that she has done online as an influencer. So get ready to pay close attention, grab a snack, and wash it down with some hot tea. If you guys have not seen my video recently about the Ace family, I break down Austin McBROOM's scandals and everything wrong with him and his family, so go check it out. But today in this video, I am focusing strictly on Catherine, or should I say Dolores, because Dolores is her real name.
My real name isn't Catherine.
You guys may not have known this, but Catherine Pays' real name, or her full name, is Dolores Catherine Johnston Pays. And she is a Canadian model actress who is married to Austin McBROOM. Throughout this video, you're going to learn about Catherine, and you're going to see that her life wasn't as easy as Austin's was, or as some people may believe. She has been through before, and she has her family struggles, and honestly, I feel for Catherine because I enjoy Catherine. Like, I love to watch Catherine just sit down in their video and talk, because when she talks to the camera, it feels authentic, it feels genuine, unlike Austin, where he's always forcing a smile, forcing so much animation and just character. You can see that Catherine actually has like a sense of self-being, and like you can see through her videos when she's just straight up talking to the camera, when she's not being interrupted by Austin every few seconds, that she is intelligent and she has emotions. And I would like to see more content of just her, because I feel like Austin always just takes away so much from the video and the camera and just attention. Like, she immediately backs down and just becomes silent when she's around him, because she has to wait for him to finish. Like, he will not let her speak. He has to be the one to say the last word. Before we talk about Catherine's past and how she's worked really hard for where she is at now in life, I want to quickly go through some of her plastic surgery scandals, conspiracies.
Being famous on YouTube and always being involved in Hollywood, it's no doubt that Catherine has made some changes to her appearance. This pretty much comes along with the territory. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Catherine's transformation over time. She's admitted to getting some work done, like a boob job, but not everything else. And fans do speculate that for sure there has been more.
Well, okay, I think this is a great place to start, because one, I want to get this part of the video over with, but two, I've had my fair share of plastic surgery. So when I speak about people who have had plastic surgery, it's from a place of experience, especially because Catherine is really insecure about her nose job. Like, she cannot accept the fact that she has had a nose job. I mean, she's talked about how she's had her boobs done in the past, and she's made a little story about that.
All right, I just want to make something clear. Real breast augmentation. I really don't know what's so hard about.
But everything else she denies, and I think that it is wrong for people who have had work done to deny what they've had done, because it starts setting unrealistic beauty standards that people cannot reach. And when you're claiming that this look that you have is natural, then you're trying to, it's almost like implying to other people, like, this is natural, this is real, like, this is authentic, and that's just not honest, and it's deceiving, and it's really bad for just young girls and young people in general, especially for a family channel that advertises towards children. But like Catherine, I've had my nose done before. She's had her nose done before. You can see in these pictures that she has obviously had a nose job, even though she does not want to accept it. Rhinoplasties and nose jobs are really major because they can honestly change your entire face. Like, Catherine's face before and after look really different, just because her nose was quite large. And I get it, girl, like, she got it done. It looks great, but just why don't you lead with that and tell people how amazing you feel now that you've gotten, one of your insecurities taken care of, and just lead with education rather than lie about your nose and try to remove all of these pictures online of your nose because you are you ashamed of it? I just don't really know, because at this point people are so open about it. I don't know why she has to hide the fact that she got her nose done. She has to hide the fact that she's gotten injections, maybe in her chin, because she had a butt chin at some point, but she supposedly got injections in her chin to get rid of that. She's also supposedly had her ears done, which I don't really know if she has, but at the end of the day, who really cares? The problem we have with the plastic surgery is the fact that she is setting unrealistic beauty standards, and that she's lying about them. She shouldn't lie about what she has had done, even though everyone has it done, because it's just wrong. It's wrong to lie in general, and this type of lying like leads to bigger issues, like, you know, beauty standards and making your fans feel less than. It's just like so much bigger than just like a nose job. So I feel like the implications of just telling the truth and, like, you know, not lying about the situation would be so much better for Catherine and just for her brand. So that's a little disappointing to me, and honestly I'm glad we can move past this part of the video because there's so much more tea to talk about. You guys know I have issues with family channels in general because I feel like they are using their children to create a platform, and if they did not have their children, then there would be no platform. People would not watch them, they would not be entertaining, and this goes for a lot of family channels, including the Ace family. If they didn't have their children to throw in front of the camera, I don't know what else they would be, and I don't think they even know what they would be doing anyways. Let's go back in time and talk a little bit about when Catherine and Bay, Austin McBroom, got together, because it's a little bit messy. And guys, we will be talking about Michael B. Jordan at some point in this video, but for now, let's talk about her real boyfriend, the guy she dated for years, and let's talk about Austin's girlfriend he had when they first met together at Tinashe's white party for her birthday. I hate the term white party. I'm like, white party sounds wrong, but like they just all wore white, you know? So Tinashe is an American singer, and I love her so much. If you don't know her, definitely check her out. But she is in the middle of this story because she literally had a birthday party where Austin and Catherine both were. And you might be wondering, like, why are they both there? Like, what is going on here? Well, Catherine was a groupie before she met Austin, became like this YouTube celebrity, and I will talk about her groupie past and the Taz Angels in a little bit, but let's talk about how they met, because when they first met, they both had relationships. Catherine was dating this guy named TJ, and I don't know who he is. He doesn't seem to be an influencer. He actually survived cancer, so congrats to you, TJ, and much blessings to you. But she was dating him at the time when she met Austin, and they were in a long-term committed relationship. Well, at that same time, Austin was dating another girl that was very Tumblr famous at that time. Do you guys remember Tumblr? Like, do people still use Tumblr? Comment below if you use Tumblr. I'm probably going to butcher this name, but Austin was dating a girl named Seiko. It's Seiko, and she is a beautiful woman, but she doesn't really look like Catherine. Like, definitely a whole nother like ball field. Like, this woman seems to be an activist, very just intelligent, not saying Catherine's not, but this woman seems to be, and she was dating Austin McBroom back in the day when he was in college. And you know, when Catherine and Austin met, he was still like, you know, in his college years, like finishing up basketball, wasn't really established yet. Well, it seems like cheating is not a problem in their relationship, in Austin and Catherine's relationship at all, because one, Catherine just doesn't seem to care about cheating. I mean, we will talk about the cheating in a little bit because there is so much to it, but like they both just cheated on their boyfriend and girlfriend, on each other, like with each other. And to me, that is a great sign into like who these people are morally. Like the fact that they both had a relationship, both decided to cheat, and then were together, and then a month later, so we're in February to March, she's literally pregnant. Like literally, or maybe it's May, March, you know, whatever. She's pregnant a month after they meet. Literally, Austin and Catherine are still getting to know each other, and she has a baby on the way. So what do they do to like make money? Because right now he is like a pretty good college basketball star, but like he's not really famous, and she has been like kind of a groupie for the last like few years. So she's just been rolling around partying everywhere. Like, what are they going to do to take care of this child? Well, they made a family channel, and I have such an issue with this because literally it's not like he was like a gamer dad, kind of like the Prince family where the dad was doing gaming on YouTube and then just like started making family videos. Like, this dude sought out a family channel career with his wife, because Catherine is 100% like responsible for this as well. She wanted to create a whole YouTube family life for them and their unborn child, literally planning her stardom before she is even born. She gives birth in May of the following year of 2016, and then July of 2016 they post their first family video. Literally like May, June, 2 months after the baby was born, born. Like, this was so calculated and just weird. Like, within 1 year, they went from dating separate people to being together, having a kid, and then like having a YouTube career just launch, because their first YouTube video was a Q&A. And in my opinion, that's really weird, because we don't even know who you are. So how do we have questions for you? But they put out a very highly produced Q&A, and that launched the Ace family into stardom, into becoming the largest family channel that exists today.
Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is our first Q&A. You guys sent us a bunch of questions that we picked out.
And
oh wait, hold up.
What?
My toes are showing.
How do you know? How do you know your toes are showing?
They're not showing?
Oh, okay.
No, it's you're up.
Okay. I don't want no one seeing my toes.
And Catherine has been instrumental in the Ace family's success. Like, if we did not have Catherine, then like Austin would not be able to hold ship and like run this boat. Like, we need every single person in this family to be a part of this channel for it to be successful. And she's been really involved. I mean, she has participated in clickbait. She has, you know, joined the skits that Austin has thought of, or she has even thought of, to convince her subscribers that they should click on the video and watch, because they either use fear-mongering or trying to surprise you, or maybe just straight up fake news. Like, literally last week they posted a video about baby number 4, and this video was a total lie. There is no baby number 4. They literally made this video just so that they can talk about how their juice is going to be going into Safeway stores soon, and how they have their app. You know, you can sign up for the app and be scammed, which I will talk about the app, but I want to show you guys this little clip, because I was kind of mad. Like, how are you going to say, oh, I'm pregnant, and then just like switch it up? Also, you definitely know that like Austin knew that that was coming and it was going to be the video, and like it was so planned out, and this family is just so fake. Like, the fakeness is seeping through the screen, and I can sense it. Like, my senses are tingling.
I have news for you.
For me? Okay.
So,
I'm waiting.
I'm pregnant. Just
Stop
kidding.
it. Why would you do that? Yo.
So Catherine is instrumental in being part of this family channel and keeping people interested and invested. And it's kind of weird to look back on old footage, because you can see sometimes it doesn't seem like either of them are 100% invested in this relationship. Like, when they were talking about how long they thought the relationship would last, like Catherine was like, well, actually, I didn't think it would last this long at all. And it makes me think, like, wow, like, what were their intentions with each other? What were their goals? Like, when they started to create this channel and this brand, like, did they even really like each other? Because they haven't even known each other for a year. It just all moved so quickly, and it makes me think sometimes, like, that, like, in this next clip you guys will watch, like, is she like legit? Like, do you really think that you guys weren't going to work, and like that this wasn't going to be a thing? Because I feel like Austin was a little surprised by that and definitely taken back.
How long did you think our relationship would last when we first started dating?
Not as long as it has, or that it's going to be. And this is the thing. This is the reason why.
That's
It's
not
because
good. That's not good to think about.
when we met.
That's not good. And that's why when you think like that, then you will be single forever.
No. But
That's just advice.
What happened though?
It's advice though. Women out there, men out there, when you meet someone and you guys start talking, your goal and what you should be thinking is that you guys will be together forever. Because when you think that, it's possible. But when you think how she thought, how we weren't.
I obviously didn't. If we are where we are today.
Maybe you got lucky.
Something that also took me back recently was literally Austin's story from like yesterday, where they are all hanging out in his backyard doing some spiritual things, and it made me think, if you are spiritual and you care about your body and your well-being, then wouldn't you like have a mask on, or maybe social distance, especially if you are in California, which is one of the worst states in the United States right now for this like whole virus. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, but of course they don't care because these people are selfish people. Their scams are extremely thought out and just marketed and like pushed out to their fans so that they can pull in money from their subscribers and just make more and more and more. Like a lot of people are like, why doesn't Catherine leave Austin McBROOM in the family? You know, he's cheated on her so many times. Well, the money's good, baby. The money's really good. And I'm sure she does not want to let that go, even though you and I both know she does deserve better. Catherine should be held responsible as much as Austin is for their scams on their subscribers, like Ace Club, like the Ace Family Club. That's literally $20 to join. That is a huge scam. They're telling you guys that you're gonna get entered into giveaways and stuff, but like literally their last giveaway they did with the white Jeep, like the fan never even got the Jeep. And like a lot of people who pay this $20 a month, which is a lot of money, that's more than Netflix, that's more than YouTube Premium, like these people aren't getting anything. Like there's no extra content, there's no real giveaways, and it's just another scam that this family is putting on, and rather an expensive one, because a club membership like this is pretty serious, way more serious than their 2018 app. And I want to talk about this app because Catherine really promoted this app for the family and it's kind of fallen through. So there is an Ace Family app right now, and I don't know if this is the same app that was talked about in 2018 because it seems completely different. It seems like they constantly have to keep like rechanging and re-upping their apps and what they're doing and what they're like actually selling to people because they don't live up to what they are selling initially. But there was this app where they would make subscribers pay a monthly fee. It was probably like less than $5 for exclusive content. They claimed that they would each have their own corner, such as Catherine's Corner, Elle's Corner, Austin's Corner, where they can make exclusive videos. Catherine made a makeup tutorial for it that was later uploaded onto YouTube, and after a few weeks, bam, nothing. They just stopped posting on it. Then they ended up just canceling the entire app. They didn't apologize to their subscribers, provide any explanation at all of what was going on, and a ton of people were ripped off. And even today on their current family app, people are getting ripped off. Like there are so many one-star reviews of people just not getting their merch, people not getting their stuff, they're not getting this exclusive content they were promised, which is honestly very problematic. And people are upset. Like people are literally creating petitions to remove this family channel from YouTube because they are scamming their subscribers. And I totally agree that they should get some type of like strike or something for what they are doing, because YouTube should stop promoting a family or promoting an entity or anyone in general who is scamming or trying to take money from people or to, you know, promote bad things like their club that is pretty much fake and going to end up being another, you know, scandal that disappears into the distance one day, and all of these fans and subscribers and all these people in the club are going to be confused at where their content is. Before we finish off this video talking about Taz's angels and, you know, Catherine's sketchy groupie days, her pay for pleasure type of moments, I don't know what to call it because YouTube is so censored, I want to talk quickly about the cheating, because the cheating is very serious to me, and the fact that Austin continues to get away with it just makes me heartbroken for Catherine, because I know what it's like to come from a cheating household, and I think that she deserves better and that the children deserve better, because like he's got so much at home, so much to live for, so much privilege. And to think that he's just gonna go like cheat with some young girls or go party with Alyssa Violet and things like that, just sketchy like moves, and going out in like cars with drinking girls and young girls and twerking. It's just like, bro, like you've got kids at home and responsibilities, and you should do a lot better, because Catherine does deserve better. Like there's so much out there. Remember the girl Heidi McCallan or whatever, and she posted on her story like messages with Austin, and she talked about how she was pregnant and there's an NDA, and that's really messy right there, because like hold up, like that's a lot going on there. Like and this woman has just disappeared from the internet in general, so I don't know what Austin did or how much he paid her off or what's going on here, or maybe if he's got another child with her because she talked about being pregnant. Like I have no idea, but it's so dirty, and there's so many like instances of him cheating on her. Like even, you know, Alex Cooper talks about in her podcast how her friend is sleeping with Austin McBROOM, and like how Catherine I mean, at this point, I'm assuming she 100% knows. Like, they're in the industry, and she's acknowledged it in the past. So it's kind of crazy to me that, like, this is such, like, public knowledge, and that even a podcast is talking about it.
Like, literally what are they called? The Ace family, the YouTubers and all that. And that guy came out and everyone was blaming him of like, oh, those girls, whatever. I don't know if that story is true, but what I do know for a fact is one of my friends has literally the Ace guy, and he cheats on that woman all the time. And I'm pretty sure she probably gets DMs about it all the time. And the wife is obviously making a decision to like stay with the husband. That's her call, whatever. She's got like a family, and that's what you want to do, your cup of tea, whatever.
But one instance I want to focus on is an old one, but a good one, because Catherine actually, you know, acknowledges what is going on there, but decides to ignore what's happening. And no, I'm not talking about the Cole Kerrigan exactly right now, because Cole Kerrigan, you know, that whole drama was messy, and we talked about it in my last video, so if you want to hear the opinions on that, you can check it out. But like, let's forget about that, and let's talk about this girl named Isabella who tried to warn Catherine about Austin's cheating. Well, Isabella reached out to Catherine McBROOM and wrote out a long message talking about how Austin has cheated on her, and how, you know, she needs to know this, and how she would want to tell her, and just like girl to girl, like, let me let you know that your man is cheating on you. Then she became a little bit more vocal online and tweeted out about how she tried to turn a blind eye to the situation of, you know, Austin cheating on his wife or girlfriend at the time, but she just couldn't. But let me clarify something for 1 second real quick. So Catherine and Austin are actually married. They got married a few years ago, and we actually found out January 2020 because she tweeted out and replied to someone about how they're like, yo, you got 3 kids and you're not married. And then she quote retweeted and was like, actually, you know what? We like to make a lot of things public on our platform, but this wedding we had was something private, something personal we had in our backyard. And honestly, that was such a like eye-opener for me. I was like, wait, maybe she is a real person, because to like for them to get married and not make a video about it, like, is insane to me. Like, these people make videos about unborn children, and, you know, children that don't even exist. They literally made a whole video about their 4th child that's not even coming. So to think they had a legit wedding like under radar is really wild to me, and it makes me think that she does actually love him. That's why she stands with him through the cheating scandals, because it's not only like good money, but like they're also perfect for each other. Now back to Isabella. So she tweeted that thing out saying, you know, it's hard to like turn a blind eye to this, whatever. Well, then Catherine quote retweeted it and was like, OMG, LMAO, post your proof that people want to see. How about you post what you got, and if someone tries to sue you, I'll pay for it. Deal? I swear people believe everything they read. And it sounds like she did not want to listen to what Isabella had to say. And her quote retweeting that, she obviously knows that all of her fans are going to go and attack this girl and like call her out for trying to come for Catherine. So that's her using her platform to like be like, yo, hold up, like, you're not helping me, girl, at all. You're going to be called out and you're going to pay for this. Like, which is kind of weird, because I do think Isabella initially had good intentions, like just trying to heads up, like let you know that your man is cheating, but Catherine obviously did not take it that way. Well, then some more screenshots started going up where girls were reaching out to Isabella and just other people in general talking about their experiences with Austin, and these girls are talking about how they were given NDAs, and if they spoke on what happened between them and Austin, they would have to pay $100,000, which is a lot of money. And if you guys don't know what an NDA is, it is a non-disclosure agreement, which is a contract pretty much between usually a famous person, a very powerful person, and just someone in general that they meet. And it's agreement that like anything that goes down between these two people cannot be spoken about, and it's usually used for celebrities, so that if you don't like, if you go hang out with Lady Gaga one day, you don't just go write an article the next day about what you learned. The NDA protects them from doing that. It also helps protect people like Austin who are using their power to their advantage and cheating on people and trying to get out of situations by using a contract, a piece of paper, to scare these girls from speaking up. And that's exactly what he did. He put out these NDAs, and these girls can't really speak up on what's going on. And if they do, it has to be very private and through social media. And like, you know, sometimes it's hard to believe some of these random screenshots because you don't know who they're coming from. But that's really the only way they can get it out, because if they don't, they're going to be sued in court. And I'm sure that girl Heidi that we talked about earlier, like, I don't know where she went. She disappeared. So I'm interested in what actually goes down there. And like, is Catherine involved? Like, does she know the lawyers are paying this money for these NDAs and stuff like that? Like, I have a feeling she doesn't, but maybe she does. But this instance that Isabella was trying to warn Catherine about is no just random incident. Like, people have reached out talking about how they saw Austin at this party in Miami. They saw him in, like, California. They saw him everywhere, just, like, with these girls partying it up. And, like, I think there is so much more to this story. And I think there are a lot of girls out there who have had interactions with Austin and have done things and had to sign NDAs and now can't speak up on it. But I hope one day they can, or especially if it was really bad, because I feel like sometimes with these NDAs, like, the people you're getting involved with, like, if they're gonna make you sign NDA, then expect the worst, because that means nothing good is coming. I mean, this girl even tweeted how her friend took a video of Austin with a girl, but literally deleted it because she was scared of the NDA. So NDAs are very, very scary, and I get it. I'm like, I can't, like, I totally understand. Like, I wouldn't want to get involved with that either, and I can't afford to fight that either. So, like, I would delete the video and move along, because it is really scary. Like, he's got unlimited money, and obviously he wants to do anything to protect their reputation, and he will use that money to do so. Now let's talk about Michael B. Jordan, because a lot of times we were like, wait, hold up, Catherine was with Michael B. Jordan and left Michael B. Jordan for Austin? Like, she left Michael B. Jordan, this beautiful Black Panther, amazing actor, for Austin McBROOM, this fox with a hyena laugh who is a scammer. Like, it's just two completely different worlds, and I totally get why people are like, wait, what is going on here? But I don't think that she was ever really with Michael B. Jordan like that. I mean, they dated in 2014, like, a couple times. They went on a ski date where a ton of pictures surfaced online, but other than that, they did not date long. She was actually dating that guy TJ I mentioned earlier for several years, so I don't really know where he plays a role in this whole thing. I don't know if, like, she left him to go be, like, a group. Like, it just doesn't really make sense, because she was with TJ when she met Austin, but, like, she was with Michael B. Jordan in 2014. So some of the years don't really add up, and that's why I think sometimes, like, this thing with Michael B. Jordan was just kind of like a one-off random thing. Nothing really serious, not really a long-term relationship. And while I do love the comparison between the two, because it's obvious that, like, Michael B. Jordan is way better, I don't know if he was actually as interested in being with Catherine, or if she was interested in being with him as much as people would like to think they were, you know? But that leads me into the question if maybe he paid for her to hang out with him, which I have no shame at all towards people who, like, do this type of work or this industry, and I'm not trying to even really focus on that right now. I just want to talk about Catherine's involvement with it, because a lot of times people think that she's a pay-for-pleasure type of girl. So once upon a time, Catherine was best friends with a girl named Chantel Jeffries. I don't know if I'm saying Chantel right. I don't really like that name at all. It's like, wait, is it Chanel, but with a T? Chantel, whatever. So this girl, Chantel, has a bad rep. Like, she is a total groupie. She has been with a lot of famous people before, and she's just kind of, like, icky. But whatever, let's move on. They used to be best friends back in Miami and partying it up, and this girl has a lot of connections to random people, and, you know, Catherine has a lot of random connections to random people, and these girls were out on the town, like, popping it, you know? They were doing the whole WAP everywhere. There are tons of pictures of Catherine with male celebrities and guys like that, because there are claims that she used to be paid to hang out with these people. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I don't really know what she's doing with Drake. Like, why is Catherine hanging out with Drake? And I also don't get it, like, why is she hanging out with Justin Bieber? Like, her and Chantel literally hanging out with Justin Bieber in the studio. She's with Tyga hanging out, and it makes me think, like, what are these girls doing? Because, there is a little agency called Taz Angels that provides services for people like this. So there's a group that used to be really popular back then called Taz's Angels. And if you don't know who Taz is, he is a music producer, and he's most famous for the one song, the My Back, My Crack, Lick My Blink and My Blink. I can't really say much on there, but he produced that song. That's pretty much where his fame came from, and that's really where it ended, other than Taz's Angels, which are a group of girls that he would house at his house, and there was a main one, and all of these girls would go and do whatever Taz wanted, whether it's with each other or with him, and they would also go and hang out with certain famous people when Taz, you know, got a call. So if Justin Bieber wanted to go hang out with 2 hot girls, Taz could go ahead and, you know, arrange that. Do I know that she was 100% in Taz's Angels? Not at all, and that's very, very scandalous. Obviously, these angels are not angels at all, and if Catherine was a part of this, it would make a lot of sense because she was seen with like really powerful people out there, and it doesn't really make sense like how that would happen. Also, Taz has posted pictures of Catherine on Facebook before, so we know that Taz has been with Catherine and has hung out with Catherine. Was she a permanent angel? I don't know, because there was like 6 permanent angels, but there were also a ton of other girls who were involved in this whole ring, like other girls living in other countries and things like that. So she could have totally been involved, and it would be really the only rational reason why she would be with these powerful men in Miami and partying it up. Other than that, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, she's not like some famous pop star. She's not like some money mogul. She doesn't come from like riches. Like it actually, I believe that she was adopted really quickly into her family in Canada. I still don't really understand the whole adoption thing. She was adopted like right away and then named after her grandmother. But yeah, it doesn't make sense why she's hanging out with Tyga, hanging out with these guys, hanging out with Drake, hanging out with everyone else, because she's really nobody at this time period. Just another hot girl hanging out with all these other hot girls in the club. So I think you guys can see clearly what is going on here, but I wanted to make this video and talk about Catherine because sometimes she thinks she's so innocent and that she just like, you know, came out of a flower one day and she was pregnant with Elle and just gave birth, and everything before then was nothingness. And you know what? I feel like sometimes you need to embrace your past and embrace, you know, what you've gone through and your insecurities, whether it's your nose job or your past or whatever, because Catherine is a very hardworking woman. I think harder working than Austin is. Like, she worked ever since she was 16 years old, and she did, you know, just restaurant work. Then she did Victoria's Secret, and she's done a lot, and she's had a lot of privilege and amazing things happen in her life. But like, really? You're gonna settle for Austin McBroom? I just think that Austin could be a great guy, but he has proven to us that he is not, and that she deserves a lot better. And like I said earlier in this video, I want to see some videos of Catherine just like sitting down and talking to the camera, because I actually enjoy listening to her speak without having Austin there and without having Austin interrupt her every few minutes. So I want to hear what you guys think about Catherine below. Obviously, she is a beautiful woman, a mother who is very dedicated to her children, but she also has her faults because she's lied in the past. She is also like putting her children out there, invading her privacy. She's also to blame for the Family Channel stuff and like everything going on with that. And I don't think that these family channels are ever going to be let off easy again, because I think people understand the implications of child work, child labor, and being a child star. You know, we even see people like Liam Reed Johnson, who was pretty much like a child star on Kids React and became really famous, and she's gone through so many struggles, and she's honestly in a dark place. And it's just like, to me, we can stop this process by allowing our children to consent to certain things and giving them the option to be a child star or to have their life plastered all over the internet. But these people like Austin and Catherine do not allow their children to do that. And for me, that's very upsetting and bothersome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to donate to my PayPal or to support my channel, there is a link in the description, but no pressure at all. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and please send some good vibes and some prayers to my family. We've like found out that one of my uncles has really cancer, like really sick with cancer. I'm not even gonna try to talk about it because I'm gonna get emotional, but it's been very, very hard, and I'm just so thankful to have you guys on my channel and to support me through this, because I've never dealt with anything like this before, and I don't even know how to deal with it. So all advice is welcome and all love is needed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Check me out on Instagram at SL04N, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.